Hi guys, Dane here in the Man Cave, Code 4. The mighty fucking DR650, come on. Any fucking questions? Been a couple weeks now. Read one guy's paint was flaking off within a week. Mine seems to be doing just fine. I think at the end of the day is curing it right. Taking time to let that go through the curing process. A couple of guys I follow on YouTube, I highly recommend them. Kevin, and his YouTube channel is called MC Rider, for motorcycle rider. He's a certified motorcycle instructor. Got really good tips and tricks. And this other guy that I follow, his name is Joe. His YouTube channel is 690 ADV. He's got a really good channel. So I want to give you guys my thoughts on the ProCycle super duper exhaust for the DR. Do I think it's worth it? Can you notice the difference? Okay, so is it worth it? That's up to you guys. A little bit of work, which I love doing projects and working with my hands. About 200 bucks according to the dyno chart from ProCycle, with the stock exhaust, mind you. Gives you about 3 more horses in the upper revs. Any of you guys that know me know that I do not have a stock exhaust. So I guarantee you I'm doing better than that dyno chart. But to one of my other guys that kind of watches my stuff from time to time, the gun nut, I had my fingers crossed for maybe 5 horses. And the gun nut says that's wishful thinking, and he's probably right. But if I really did have to put a number on it without sitting it on a dyno, it's well over 3. And I'm gonna guess 3.5, 4 horses for sure. So that's where you gotta just ask yourself, is it worth it? You want everything this engine will give you, then you're gonna wanna do it. If 3 or 4 more horses isn't worth it to you, then you're not going to want to do it. Can I tell the difference? Yep, I sure can. I didn't have to do any retuning, Paul. There was no adjustments that I needed to make on the car. Didn't lose anything on the low end. Yeah, she just wants to hop, no problem. Bike has just a shit ton of torque. Yeah, the way I got this thing dialed in, thanks to my buddy Paul, you'd swear this thing's fuel injected. It just runs that good. Freezing my balls off. The main thing you can do for any DR is put some kind of an aftermarket exhaust on it. Open up the air box. Get the ProCycle carb mod, get that dialed in with the appropriate jetting for your new exhaust, get that tuned right, and de-restrict your DR. That's going to be the best thing that you can do for your DR. This upgraded header exhaust that I just put on it does indeed make a difference, but being honest, it's subtle in comparison to the carb mod and the exhaust mod. Try to be honest as I can. They finally got the dirt track rebuilt. They run flat track out here too. Go-karts, outlaws, flat track bikes. That's the asphalt track there. But yeah, this bike runs so good. And when you see me get on it a little bit, remember, I'm not too much of a hot rodder, but when I get on it a little bit, I'm not doing nothing compared to what this bike can truly do. Like stuff like that, I mean, that's nothing. I'm keeping the front end on the ground. But yeah, so far that VHT paint, and I have no problems with it. It come out good. It's not splitting, chipping, flaking. Nothing. I'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, you can tell the difference. You sure can. All right, let's go watch some football. That's how your bike should start. Right? Beer time for me. Oh, a word of advice. If you kind of follow my lead, if you're doing the ProCycle aftermarket header pipe, my buddy Robert gave me this advice, and it's good advice. When you're going through the curing process, and I'm not talking about when it's in your garage, obviously, but for the first little bit, until you know that that stuff's really cured and it's sticking good, stay out of the water and the mud and stuff like that until it sets up good, you know what I mean? Everybody stopping? DR is so nice on the road too, but it's just loping at 50 in fourth gear. Up the mountain. Cold. Gotta make sure 5.0 ain't sitting at the base of the hill. Okay, all clear. It's like, dude, take a fucking pill. Garage door opener. Back in the man cave.